Alrighty folks, well welcome back. As you can see, you are not seeing double. Give me 1 second here folks. Give me one moment. You are not seeing double. That is right, I finally got both of the full brass, as you all know. And I finally got the Broadway Limited Brass Hybrid. Yeah, as we can see, there's a little bit of a notable differences in both of them. Brass it sticks out, shiny. The Broadway Limited, it looks pretty good. In fact, I literally just got this. I haven't even had a chance to really look at this. And I'm already seeing one little flaw. I already got one of the little lamps bent out of shape. No biggie. I could probably bend that back into shape. But as we can see, this model looks. I'm actually pretty astoused. Track nail. I gotta give Broadway Limited their credit where credit is due, and it looks really good. I kind of wish it was a dual beam headlight, but I might be able to modify some way to put like some kind of styrene in the front and make it look like it's a dual beam. Yeah, I'll figure something out later, sooner or later. But let's go ahead and take a look at some very well notable differences in this model compared to the Kia imports, which is the only other version that you can buy them. Now, as we can see, of course I don't have them on the other one on track. But one thing I did notice is that the whistles are in a different position. Now imagine that this one is probably most likely for the 1981 service, and this one looks to be, from what I could see in the videos, is for the 80 excursion. But I'm not highly sure. Let's see what else we can find on this beautiful model. One other thing I did notice is that this piece right here, and there you all can barely see it. Let's see if we can get you all. That little piece right there on the bottom is not on this one. In fact, it's a much different little looking piece. Now, whether that's prototypical or not, I'm not highly sure. I'll have to look at some pictures to see what we can get. See what I can find. I don't know. It may have been me. I don't know how well and true it was, but some people were saying that they didn't have cab figures in theirs. I might be mistaken. Don't hold me against that, but if it does, then why did mine come with cab figures? I might go back and look at these, and then I'll leave a link in the comment, or just comment saying that there is lights on them or cab figures in them, and saying that I was just going blind or something. But let me see if we can do something without trying to blind you all. Come on, stay. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna swing her around. And this is pure. That feels like a brass model. I mean, just to feel this one and the feel of this one. It truly and all feels like a brass model. Alrighty, so taking a look towards the back. Broadway Limited on the left and key imports on the right. One little notable feature I can notice is that they put their brake rigging shrunk in the back. I know y'all can't see that too well. I wish I had my flashlight, but and key imports as they're stuck out. And yeah, I will be removing that coupler possibly and putting this back in the box. I'm not too sure yet on that. One thing I do like about both the coal load on the Broadway Limited is a very realistic coal load. In fact, it feels very real, which I like. One other thing I note I like, they painted their handrails white, which is a good thing, because in a prototype they are white. Excuse me there, folks. But in the key imports, yeah, you can't see, but they got the screwing mechanism in there. So this is basically a simulated version of it. Pretty much just coming right out of the factory, brand new. No coal, no nothing, if anything at all. But as you can see on the tenders, let me move the key imports back just a hair. There we go. On the key imports, we can see a little bit of the differences, such as I'm guessing this is a toolbox here. It's shrunk back compared to the key imports, which is pretty much you can grab. The Broadway Limited is kind of shrunk in. I don't know how well that is, but I kind of prefer the shrunk in version. I kind of wish it was done with that as well. I don't know how I can get. No, might have to do that in a separate video. Backhead detail. I might even. I'm gonna have to even get my flashlight for that. I can't even see it myself. Can't compare that. Trying to slow down here a little bit for you folks and take a look. I noticed one thing. The Broadway Limited. Come on, focus. Has a J3A on the side, whereas the key imports does not. One other thing I noticed is this. There you can see it a little bit underneath of my fingernail when I'm pointing at. That is much shorter compared to the key imports. Now I don't know if that's just for running operations, if that is the only way that they can be able to run this or not, which I imagine it is, but I kind of don't. I wish it was actual length. Oh wow. Okay, so wow, they even got the tandem side rods. And looking at their pictures, and I didn't think they would have them in there or have it on here, but they actually incorporated that even on here. Alright folks, I'm going to sit you down one more time. I'm going to flip these models around. Yeah, that's my tripod. It's a Rubik's Cube. Alrighty. Oh my god, yeah, there is I will... I will say this, folks. There is a noticeable difference in weight scale compared to the key imports. This thing is like a freaking lead weight, which is basically what is in this boiler. There is a lead weight in this, but you picking this up, the engine alone is probably a good 20 ounces. I'm not too sure. I gotta get a weight scale one of these days. And lifting this one up, it's got weight. And I can tell that's gonna be a good puller. Wow, I can't wait to get this layout finished. Okay, but on the other side, we basically got the same stuff. Nice clean legible lettering on them. Very beautiful on both of them. I do love that cold load. That thing is just beautiful. Now as far as truck detail, give me 1 second here, folks. I'll set you down again. I'll take this and move it up just up to here, like that. One thing I did notice is the key imports, is, of course, it's going to have its all detail. And I've even pulled these trucks apart to see if I was going to be able to add sound into this, as you know. And these things are really finicky. You gotta pretty much watch what you're doing. Whereas the Lloyd Limiteds, they look like they're just pretty much one big casting. Which is fine and all, but I kind of wish it was being able to have all that mechanism. I'm gonna hold you still one more time. Let's move it back just a hair, like this. And again. Oh well, looky there. Must be Ross rolling. Of course, as you can see, I got cab figures on this one. Let me see. Slow down here a little bit. Y'all won't be able to see it, but there is an 8-pin decoder on this. One of these days, like I said, I'm probably going to go over Monday, or maybe not next payday, but the following, and get a DCC, some way of being able to run this. But as we can see, as we moving back just a tad bit. We can see let's see. Okay, I did notice that actually both of the jewel lamps are tilted. And on the key imports, they're straight. So whether I'm gonna have to look at some video or some still photography and see which one is more correct. Of course, like I said, this one here for the 1980 excursion, the key, and the BLI looks like it's for the 1981 service. So whether something happened between now and then, I imagine there is, because there is a lot more different detail on this compared to even just this. But let's move her back down this way just a tad. As we can see on the firebox, there's a little bit of notable, I'm not even going to say a little bit of notable difference. In fact, it looks pretty much dead on. Y'all can't see it too well, but detail looks pretty much matching. One thing I do like, let's see, even the Johnson bar is all there. SLCA, which I'm not entirely sure what that stands for. If anybody knows, let me know. I would love to know. Alrighty. One little thing I did notice right there's a little bit of a paint flaw, but that's not too big of a worry. In fact, it's probably the least of my worries. Now, one thing I do not like about this, what Broadway Limited did, that I'm not really too big of a fan of that being on there. I kind of wish they did it like this one, have a front cover plate. I know some of their other Broadway, the brass hybrids, they had one where it was swingable. I kind of wish they did that, or even just not have one at all. I won't be pulling. I won't be having this on the front. I'm probably gonna take that off and make a piece of styrene. Wow, that is, wow. But I'll probably be making a piece of styrene for that. One other thing I did notice. Let's see if we can focus in here. Right there on the front, as you can see, there is like a little piping. Now imagine that is for a light, so that way the crew can see how much smoke is being put out at night compared to Broadway Limiteds. They did not add that. I'm not going to be too upset about that, but again, remember, these are brass hybrids. They're not supposed to be full brass. If it was, it'd probably be almost as much as this, if not even more. Probably will be almost $1,500. Whereas this is cost, I looked on Brass Trains, I think the last time I looked it was $11.75 for the brass model itself. So now if this was full brass, I imagine it'd probably be costing DCC sound and lighting probably almost $2,000. Let's see if we can. Oh, one other thing I did like. Let's see if we can zoom in on this. Focus. Come on, focus. Okay, she does not want to focus, but looking at it from right here, it looks to be clear and legible. I'm going to take my magnifier out real fast and let you see if we can. And of course, the battery dies in this. Okay. Give me 1 second here, folks. Let's see if I can take a look at that under magnification, see how it looks. Okay, yeah, okay, it is clear and legible. The builder's plate is clear and legible on it. It's hard to see it, of course, under the naked eye, but if you put a magnifier on this, which is a 10 times viewing magnifier, it was clear and legible. Now, key imports, it's simulated on there, but they did not paint it or add a decal on there. So, let's see what else I could find. I don't think there's really anything else different. And one thing I did notice, and in comparison to this one, I don't think this one opens now, but the boiler door opens. And if I had my flashlight, you could see pretty much the full boiler rigging inside. You can see all the chambers and everything. I'm not sure what the technical name of them are, but that opens on this, and BLI does not. So like I said, this is pretty much just a compare and contrast to this, because I know a lot of people have asked me. I will be posting it on Facebook groups, but I've had a lot of people ask me when I get this model to do a comparison to this. What do I think about it? And has pretty much nearly 30 years. Has anything changed? Has it improved? Does BLI stand up to the actual brass? And like I said before, this is the only time that this model was made. 1988, and 60 of them were produced. And according to James Wright, which you can go onto his Facebook page of HO Scale Products Reviews, I believe. I'll try to leave a link in the description if I can. But he's already saying that this model is rare. I'm not talking about this paint scheme. I think he got the CNO version, which was the 1990, and it had ditch lights, which I don't care for. But he's saying that that model is already becoming very rare and very highly sought after. Even the greenbrier presidential paint scheme is becoming rare and more popular than he thought because it's green. But I thought there was some flags on the prototype. I don't know if they were up here on the top or down here on the bottom. I might try to figure that out. I may even add them to myself. Wow. I mean, I'm just looking at this thing still. I know we're almost going on to a half-hour video. But I'm looking at the firebox detail right here. Look at the detail on this. It is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, not even... Yeah, the key import is there, but it's highly... It doesn't stick out like this one's. Like the BLIs. I don't know if... Okay. Well... Now, I will... Give me one more minute. Yeah, I'm blinding you with my fat finger. Let's set you down right there. See how the Ross rolling? Okay, so I just looked at the underbody. I know it was a little quiet there for a second. But I looked at the underbody. I kind of flipped it under. Good looking detail, but not... I mean, it's underbody, so who's going to look at that too well? But I mainly wanted to look at how they were connecting it. And it kind of resembles a... It kind of resembles a O-gauge model. Where you kind of just... break them apart like that. I shouldn't say break, but you kind of just pull them apart. Okay, I'll take a look at. Okay, one little thing I did notice is that a little handrail popped out there, as you can see, but that could be easily fixed. So no worries. Still looking at a couple little braking details. It looks to be pretty good. I will be honest with one thing. I do prefer the Kia Imports paint. Looking at pictures from it when it was in active service in 1980, that's the much better paint scheme. But in comparison to this, 1981, which was pretty much the last year of this, it got grimy. So you get a figure. I'm doing the 1981. If you want something shiny, nice, go with the Kia Imports and spend your $1,100. If you're doing the 1981 service, or if you want something that actually runs, go with the Broadway Limited. And it's not, like I said, it's not as shiny, it's not as pretty. In fact, I shouldn't say it's not pretty, because this model is beautiful. But for something to be able to run in comparison to this, which you can run the Kia Imports, but you can't do DCC sound, because like I was stating in one video, you pretty much only got like this much, and that's it, to put a decoder, sound, lights, and everything. So to be able to do that is going to be highly impossible. Whereas this, they probably only made just enough just for that, just to meet the cold load. So now you got pretty much all this decoders, your speaker and everything, your rear LED headlight. I think these are LED. I'm not too sure. I gotta look at it. And your headlight. And cap light, of course. Don't forget that. If you ask me, was it worth it spending this money? And I think I bought mine for $6.99. They're going for $7.99. When I say it's worth it, yes. I mean, how could you not love that face? I've told several people before, if I had to choose this or the daylight, I prefer this. This is still much more beautiful than the daylight. I prefer. Even though it's basic standard, it doesn't have the beautiful paint scheme. It doesn't have that beautiful streamlined version. This is, I think they called it semi-streamlined, because you get that plow like that, and I think it looks beautiful. I think this is just beautiful. Let me see if that works. Yeah. Okay. Coupler cut levels. Coupler cut levels work. I hope you enjoyed this little review on the compare and contrast on comparison to the only other version that was made. If you have any questions, please do ask. As far as the running, I will not be able to do that for a while. I'm gonna try to leave it a link either in the description or on the comments of James Wright's video of this being ran, and his is the CNO version. So his is going to have the ditch lights in the front. I believe he only plays 2 of the bell or whistles that are, I think there's 3 of them on here. I believe he only said he played 2 of them. Again, if you have any questions on this, please ask. I'd be happy to help. But for now, I'm signing off. Y'all have a good one.